Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and reinforce the chassis mount wing for the 370Z. It has a lot of playroom right now where it moves around too much when I'm driving. And I did actually reach out to the company because they actually have brackets as well that they sell for the 370Z to reinforce it. It actually comes with the kit now. They didn't have it before, I believe. It just came with like the wing itself. And after reaching out to them, they've been very like unresponsive. They haven't really helped me out. I think I reached out to them about it's actually been 5 to 6 times. So twice via email. I got one response, they never responded again. And then I messaged them on Instagram again about 5 times. And they were talking to me a little bit. They told me how much it was gonna be, 150. And then I told them, okay, what do I pay? And it was really hard, honestly, just to get a response from them. So I'm not even gonna like worry about that anymore. I'm just gonna make my own brackets, try to make it myself, try to make something custom, because their brackets are really plain. Like it's just a straight line that goes all the way down. And I'm gonna make something really custom. That's gonna look kind of 3D dimensional, really sick. So I think it's gonna stand out a lot and make it look a lot better as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start removing the bumper and everything so I can show you how everything looks. And you can see that we have like these metal strings. I'm not sure what you even call these, but there's a lot of like playroom with them, so it doesn't really like reinforce it. So the wing kind of moves back and forth a little bit. I'm gonna end up taking off the bumper along with the diffuser, because we do want to weld something to the back as well. So let's go ahead and start taking all that off. You can see the bracket for the chassis mount wing. And what's going on right now is that there's a lot of like slack on the top part of it. So it like weighs it down. Not sure if you guys can really see too much, but you can kind of see a little bit of movement. It moves a lot more when the wing is on there, like can move it back a little bit. But we need to add some reinforcement to the top. I purchased a bar, which is this one right here. And we're gonna be adding it right there. That way it reinforces it. Yeah, so that's pretty much what the plan is to reinforce it right there and add that bracket right in the middle. But yeah, let's go ahead and put the wing on, and then we'll take it out and pretty much get everything done. So let's go ahead and jump over to that point. All right guys, a little bit of an update. So we did go ahead and drop off the wing with Nito. I'm going to be showing you guys like progress pictures of how everything's looking, and he's going to be sending me some pictures as well that you guys can see like the result, how everything's coming along. Right now we are currently working on the diffuser. I'm going to be making a video on that as well, so I'll post that most likely before the wing is done, just because I'm working on this right now and the wing probably won't be done for another week. But let me show you the side effects of what's going on with the wing, with it reclining a little bit back. So right here you can see that there's like a little bit of damage from the wing reclining back, pulling these rev nuts right here, and it kind of made a crack right there. Not sure if you guys can really see that, which is why you really need to add some like reinforcements to it. So this might steer you guys away from purchasing the wing, but it did cause a little bit of damage there. Here on this side as well, you can kind of see that it's pulling the rev nut right there, and it's kind of out compared to the other ones, because when the wing moves back, it kind of like pulls on the top part. The bottom part not really too much. These are sitting flat, and these top ones are kind of like sticking out a bit. I'm pretty sure it's the result of it like pushing it back and even causing this crack right here, because this isn't normal. Of course, potentially it could end up like breaking off over time, but I don't think it'll break off completely because you still have these other supports, but it's gonna end up causing a crack, making it even more loose. So that's why we want to go ahead and add that bracket over here to reinforce it. And once we get to that point, I'll show you guys. We're all going to be welding it on there just to add a lot more support. It's going to be going all the way down to the mounting point, so it doesn't recline back as much as it used to. So it's going to help out a lot in reinforcing it, and it shouldn't make this worse. Hopefully. I don't think it is, because it is going to give us some support at the top right there as well, and I don't really want it to get worse. So it's a good thing that I saw this now, and then down the road it end up like falling off or something.
What is up, YouTube? This is Nito Z33 right here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. My boy Chris Leva has this battle arrow wing, and he wanted to add some rigidity while making it look more cool at the same time. So what we're doing is I cut out these plates and we're making some sort of X-bar right here in the middle. And I just finished welding up the first section. Weld's looking okay, you know. Just gotta cut this to length and we will be splitting this right in the middle. Something like that. You can kind of start seeing it and it's gonna go, it's gonna look really good. Honestly excited for it.
Alright guys, so we just got here to Nito's place. Here's the wing. We still need to go ahead and paint it. The stainless steel, reinforced it. This thing is sturdy now, like it does not move at all. And that's what I really needed with the wing, is to go ahead and reinforce it right there. And it looks really sick. It just changes the look. It looks more aggressive, especially with the details. Here's the extra pieces that he cut off. Here's the man himself. And right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the tail lights along with the wires, try to move them out of the way, because we're gonna add some brackets right here to reinforce it. There's these holes that we're gonna be adding like a bracket to extend it out and reinforce the top so it doesn't move back like I showed you guys in the previous clip.
Do you use these holes?
No, those are on the outside. I only use these right here.
Okay. I could make I don't think it's necessary. I could make a longer one and use 2 holes.
You could, yeah, because I don't use these at all. I only use these right here.
Pero I think I'm gonna just stick to this one, bro. It's not gonna move, bro.
Alright.
I got some metal that's pretty close to this thickness too, and I'll just.
Yeah, that should work.
I'm gonna make a 2.5 inch piece. 2 inches is right in the center of the hole. I'll do 2.5 inches so it's not obnoxious. Over here, 2.5 inches, perfect.
So right now what we're doing is we're gonna make some brackets to extend out right here to support the wing. So what Nito was pointing out is we're gonna make the bracket right here to go up, and by him pushing it with his finger, you can kind of see that it moves a little bit. But if you add more force on the top right here, there's a lot more movement when it comes to the actual brace itself. So we're gonna make a bracket right here to extend out to support the top of the wing so it's not reclining too far back.
With the hole through it, and then you can build it out.
Yeah.
And then it'll be fucking secured as fuck.
Alright, sick. Alright guys, so here's the wing. Here's like the finished product, how it looks. I'm actually going to try to smoothen it down a little bit more. Get rid of some of these pieces right here with my Dremel to clean it up. But for the most part, it looks really sick. 1 of 1. And this thing is sturdy as hell now. Look at that, doesn't even move anymore. So I'm really happy with how it came out. Nito did an amazing job. It looks really sick. I'm really happy with it. Just makes it look a little bit more aggressive. Like, I didn't think I could make this wing look any better, but this, of course, I topped it off. But we're going to be doing a few more things right now. I'm going to be replacing the hardware right here. These bolts are a little bit like too skinny for these holes. So I purchased some bigger ones right here. With some new washers, locking nuts, which are these here. And then there's all my hardware that I'm going to be using in a later video for the diffuser. And then I bought this Dremel like cutting wheel to remove the bolt at the top. And I bought some new ones to replace it, because this thing is like stuck on there. We're going to go ahead and take the wing off as well. Here's the bracket that Nito made to reinforce it. I'm going to paint it, of course, so it doesn't rust. And then we're also going to paint this part as well. I bought the paint right here. It's just a matte black. or a flat black. And then we're gonna paint this, and I do want to add one more bracket right here, which is the one that I was talking about earlier. So let's go and start removing the wing and putting everything on the car. So right now what I'm doing is just sanding it down a little bit on the edges. So right here it already looks a lot better. I already went through this one once. And this one, there's a few I guess imperfections on the edges. So I'm gonna sand it down just to make it look a little bit better. But I mainly want to focus on the ones that are sticking up a little bit too high. Right here I can just sand it down to even it out. And I think that's what I'm mainly gonna do with this. I don't want to do too much because it is eating away my wheel right here. It already looks a lot smaller. So I'm just gonna focus on those high spots, and then if I can get the rest of them I will, but for the most part I'm gonna just sand down the little high spots that I see. A bit of a progress update. I went ahead and cut off this bar, just a small section, to go ahead and line it up to see where I want to make my L bracket. So I purchased this from, I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot. It's a flat bar, and I just went ahead and bent it. I used my jack, just put it on there on the side, pulled it up and it bent it. And I'm just cutting where I want it, and it looks like that's about how long I want it to be. So I can make a hole and attach it right there to add a little bit more strength to the wing, because I don't plan on taking this off again. I really want to make this like the last time I had to pull off the bumper. And it looks like it's going to be sitting right about there, so that should be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting this off, and then we're going to mount it, drill 2 holes on each end. I'm currently trying to figure out where to make the hole at exactly. So it's going to be up like a little bit right here, because this is kind of like that straight out. So it'd have to be somewhere around there, and then make another hole right here for this to go through to add a little bit more support. I might have to cut the rod a little bit more because I feel like it's a little too high. It might interfere right there. Alright, so I drilled my next hole. You guys can kind of see where it's lining up. I do need to make a hole right here on the firewall, bolt it on there, and then I do need to cut some of the bar. So that's pretty good space right there at the bottom. But then right here, we need to cut off like right there. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. It's getting support from this right here. This thing is really sturdy on there. It's not going anywhere. Same thing with this right here. So now it has like 2 supporting brackets right here to create a lot of support on the top, because that's where I saw that it was kind of struggling a little bit to maintain the support. And it looks really sick. Same thing with this side. We bolted it on there right there. I have locking washers on the bottom, or locking nuts, so it doesn't get loose over time, because I don't really plan on taking the bumper off to tighten it up in the future. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be making a few more videos. I did purchase an extension for the Tomy exhaust to make it stick out a little bit more. So I do want to do that before I actually install the bumper and the diffuser and everything. So that's going to be coming out very soon. And then also I'm going to be installing the wing, but I need to make a few more adjustments to the bumper because the X bar is touching a little bit on the bumper. I need to cut out a little bit more. So I'll make another video on that as well, because it was a little bit too long and I didn't want to extend it over like 20 minutes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.